Welcome back to my journey of becoming an intuitive career coach. So, I've been at Google for over a decade, and I just had that really uncomfortable conversation with my boss about a bonus and the criteria for the bonus. And I just wanted to say that it's another moment that I'm proud of in my career. Earlier in my career, if I had a conversation like that, I would have sensed his discomfort and said, "It's okay, don't worry about it." And clearly, it wasn't okay. And so, in that moment, I chose to be in the discomfort in hopes of getting more information about the situation. I didn't get any more information, but I tried. So that happened. And then a couple of months after that, I had a quick meeting added to my calendar by my boss where he tells me that he feels that there's a lack of trust between us since that conversation. I had moved on from that. I thought it was done. So I was surprised. And so I asked, what makes you feel that there's no trust here? My face. Yep, my male boss told me that my face was the problem. And I asked for more information, and he mentioned something from a previous meeting. I told him what was actually happening in my mind. And so I asked that going forward, if he sensed that if he could ping me or we could hop on a call so we could discuss it and I could tell him what was happening instead of, assumptions being made. He agreed. I thought we were good. And so moved on. That was the end of 2022. Early 2023, there was a reorg where my boss acquired more teams under him. And as a part of that reorg, he decided to remove me from leadership and layer me under someone who was coming in from the other organization. If you remember the bonus conversation, him having me on his leadership team was a way that he showed that he valued me. So he was sending a very clear message there. And it stung. I mean, being demoted, even though it wasn't a demotion, I still kept my team. I was just moved under her and removed from leadership. It's still, it's not fun. But I'm a team player, and my new manager was a woman, and I am super supportive of women in leadership. If I was in her position, I would want the person coming in to give me a chance. Like, circumstances suck, but just give me a fair shake. And so that's the way I approached it. But I did ask my boss that was removing me from leadership at the time, what was the criteria? Why did you select her to lead this larger team? And his reasoning was that she had a lot more managerial experience than I did and that I could learn a lot from her on the manager side. I thought that's great. I always want to become a better manager, learn new skills. The problem was that was all bullshit. We had a system where you could look up someone's management history, and I had a lot more management experience than she did. And I asked, okay, well, is there other reasons that led to this decision? And I was never given any. But that was only the beginning of the lying and the gaslighting and the undermining that both of them did to me over that time frame. And it feels weird to talk about it now. I guess I hadn't experienced gaslighting at that scale until that time, because even today talking about it, it makes me feel a little crazy. It wasn't just happening to me. It was happening to me. I got the brunt of it because I was protecting my team, but they also started doing those things to my team as well. And so that was when I decided that I actually needed to take that to HR. I knew that I had to raise a flag for their behavior because it wouldn't end with me. And I had no illusions about what going to HR would do. I knew that I was already the problem and this would put an even bigger target on me. And so in the next meeting, let's talk about what happened.